man, what's up?
Not much, just coming back from Lewis and Clark's Welcome Back from the West party.
Oh, what'd they find out there?
Oh, a ton of stuff. A bunch of gold, a bunch of farmland, a ton of stuff to make you rich.
We should go out there.
Yeah, us and the other 10,000 explorers.
Wait, well, how are we gonna get out there?
We could take the Volkswagen.
The Volkswagen?
No. Mr. and Mrs. Volk. Their wagons.
Oh, well, which way is west?
Yeah!
So the two set out on their journey to the Wild West with high hopes and high hearts. They traveled through many lands unknown to them, always finding new things to discover and explore.
Man, that was a long day of travel.
Yeah, it was.
So I was wondering, all this land is free to us, right?
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't it belong to the Native Americans?
Well, they don't actually claim their land, so we're claiming it, and then the U.S. government is giving it to us for free, as long as we cultivate it for 5 years.
What are we supposed to do with all the Native Americans?
I don't know, but I'll take first watch.
Alright, get some rest.
Some Native Americans had been kicked off their land and did not have adequate food supply. They had to resort to attacking nearby settlements and stealing their food. This led to violence and the massacre at Sand Creek.
Hey, stop! Too dark in here. Light the lantern.
Mr. President, we received reports of huge amounts of gold in Black Hills, South Dakota.
Well, send General Custer there right away to check the validity of those claims.
Okay, there's just one problem, sir. Black Hills is the home of the Sioux and the Cheyenne.
Well, let's make an offer to them to purchase their land.
And if they refuse?
Then it's war.
In early June 1876, there was a battle at Rosebud Creek against the military. The Indians won, which gave them confidence and prepared them for the next battle. On June 25th, Lieutenant Colonel Custer and his troops arrived at Little Bighorn River. There were three main problems with his plan of attack. He had underestimated the amount of Native American warriors, despite the warnings from his scouts. He had estimated that there were around 1,500 warriors, but there were between 2,000 and 3,000 awaiting him. His men and horses were exhausted. He also had split up his regiment and attacked with a mere 200 people. Needless to say, he and all his men were dead within 20 minutes. With this battle, the whole nation was angered and wanted revenge. The army then continued to attack Native American camps and kill buffalo. Near the end of 1876, the Sioux had lost too much. The leader, Sitting Bull, and a few of his followers went to Canada, where they stayed there until 1881. He soon had to surrender to prevent his people's starvation. After Sitting Bull's surrender, the Native Americans were basically at the mercy of the American government. Native Americans were expected to give up their beliefs and way of life and become part of the white culture, which they did not want to do. Congress passed the Dawes Act in 1887, which was supposed to help Americanize the Native Americans. Also, the natives were expected to go to school and were taught that their ways were backward and superstitious, while the teachers promoted the ways of the whites. Meanwhile, the buffalo was hunted down and killed to assist the railroad tracks being built. In the end, the Native Americans' property was reduced to minimal proportions, and their lives would never be the same.